Hey everyone, welcome to Mind Body Beauty, helping you feel happier in your own skin. I'm Crystal Fieldhouse, creator of Ecology Skincare, and I have with me again Tracy Raftel from the Love Vitamin blog. So this is part 2 of a 2-part series. Tracy has agreed to come back and have a little chat with us, a little bit digging into further around the emotional side of acne and how to really clear that acne naturally from the inside out. So thank you so much, Tracy, for sharing your time and experience with us again.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
So Tracy, you're not just all about helping people resolve their acne. You're really about helping them become, happier and healthier and have kick-ass lives and sort of really learning to love and accept themselves more and eliminate that negative self-talk. So can you just give us a little rundown of why that's so important for people to address that sort of inner critic?
Yeah, I guess it's mainly because that's the thing is people put so much onto their acne and tend to feel like once I get rid of my acne, life will be amazing. Everything will be great. I'll have no more problems at all. And the thing is that if you don't love yourself, if once you get rid of the acne, you'll just find something else that you don't like about yourself. Mm-hmm. And then your focus will go to that. And then you'll say, well, now that I don't have acne, but now I have this other problem. And so once I solve that problem, then I'll be happy. And it's like, well, no, you're just never going to be happy. Like it's really important to learn to love and accept how you are right now. And a lot of people don't like the word like acceptance because it sounds like that means giving up. No, like I don't want to give up. Like I don't want to have acne. And it doesn't mean that you can't have a goal to, like nobody likes acne. Nobody wants to have acne, but, it doesn't mean that you're just saying like, oh, like I'm not going to do anything to get rid of it, or I'm just going to live with it. But it means that you're accepting where you are right now on the journey and not, I will only accept myself once this happens. So it's just accepting yourself in the moment right now. And it doesn't mean that you have to stop your journey or like not have goals towards anything or want to improve yourself. It's just that like, your goal is not here yet and you can't put off loving yourself because totally.
I guess it's like a lot of things in life, we can put off so much stuff till we've got more time, till the kids are grown up and left home or till we're, retired, then I'll go traveling or, whatever. Like there's so many things in life that we put off.
Yeah, that we want everything to be perfect before we can live and be happy. And it's like, you know what? Life is never going to be perfect and you're never going to be perfectly happy with your body or your skin unless you consciously choose to do it now.
Yeah, I totally agree. And, as someone that has a natural skincare, brand, it's something that I had to deal with as well as, I was putting off launching new products and I was putting off, doing videos and I was putting off all kinds of things because, if you feel like you're not presenting your best face to the world, it's so easy just to put life on hold and put your dreams on hold while you're, waiting for everything to align itself.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are some of the biggest hurdles or sticking points that you've noticed for people in terms of getting started on, that journey of, coming to accept themselves as they are, but also, looking at moving forwards as well?
I think it's probably just because it's like, it's something that people have never done, it's just like, I've always talked down to myself or I've always, so it's a bit like, oh, I don't know if I could do that, like, could I really like accept myself with acne? That's a hard prospect for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty much impossible to, and I get that.
So where do you start with that?
Where do you start? Well, I think the biggest thing that you have to start doing is just becoming aware of the way that you think and the way that you're talking to yourself, because a lot of people have never even paid attention to that, right? Like you can actually, like you are not your thoughts, right? Like you are just whatever's going on inside your body, you can stop and you can like observe your thoughts. Like they aren't who you are. So that means that you can stop and you can look at the way that you're talking to yourself, and you can realize that your thoughts are not, they're just things that your brain are thinking. They're not truth. They're not law. They're not something that you have to do, and you can change them. But the first step is that you have to like realize what's happening, or like once you learn to watch your thoughts, then when you start to have that negative self-talk, or, you know, you're starting to get anxious because of your skin, or you're looking in the mirror and wishing you were different, you can stop and you can look at that thought and then consciously say, no, you know what? Like, that's not, that's not okay. Like, and you can say something, you can choose to say something nice to yourself. Yeah. So then you can replace that with saying something kind to yourself. Like I was saying in the previous interview, that like you would never say that kind of thing to a friend. So you can think, what would I say to a friend in this situation? And just say that, say something kind, say, you know, anything that is better. And so, you really just need to learn to like watch your thoughts, cut yourself off before you can take it too far and replace it with something nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I want to go back to something that you mentioned like right at the start of our chat, where you said that, you know, if you're not, you know, building that self-love, building that kindness towards yourself, and showing up and living your life right now, accepting it as it is, then you're kind of, you know, transferring that unhappiness to other things. You know, once you've cleared your acne, you might find something else in your life that's not quite right. As part of your journey, you found that, you know, you cleared your acne and it was all happy days until a pimple reappeared. And then it just threw you into a total tailspin. So, you know, tell us about what was going through your head and what you had to do in order to resolve those fears around getting pulled back into that place where acne was really bad for you.
Yeah, I mean, that was difficult because, there was so much fear about, I guess at that point I didn't fully have the grasp on the whole, like, accepting myself thing, because, like, there was so much fear tied to the acne. And so it was like, you know, obviously I had gotten a pimple like this so many times in my life, but this time it was like, is this all going to come back? You know, like so much emotion was on that one pimple, instead of like saying, you know, like, I'm going to be okay with this, you know, like, even though this is happening, I'm still going to go forward. I mean, I had to go forward because you can't go anywhere else, but it was definitely a process with learning to accept, because it's not like, I mean, I know I'm the acne guru, but it's not like I've never gotten a pimple since. Like, my skin isn't 100% perfect every single day because I'm human. And that is something to remember too, is that it's like, we're human. We're not photoshopped magazine covers, and normal people get a pimple every once in a while. And so, it's been a long journey to accept that, you know, when I do get a pimple, that like, I can do that. I can just go, you know what, like, I can step away from the mirror. I can say, you know what, like, I can feel that anxiety coming up, but it's okay. I love you anyway. And this pimple means nothing unless I give it this meaning, because I know that, you know, I go out in the world and no one else is going to care that I have a pimple. I'm the only one making it into a big deal. And so, like, who's stopping me from living my life? I'm the only one. And it takes practice. It's like a skill to be able to do that.
And it's a great skill to have and to put the time into practicing, because it's totally so important.
It's not just with acne, it's any kind of anxiety that you have, to be able to stop and say, like, no, like, you're creating this, like, you can just choose, not fear. I mean, fear it's a choice, which is
exactly. And that's such a massive part of that, you know, dealing with that whole big, difficult stress, you know, thing that can be so overwhelming to cope with is actually, you know, looking at the meaning that you're ascribing to certain things in your life, whether it's your fears or your anxieties, and those things that just wind you up.
Yeah. And it's normal that, like, no matter what, you're not going to be able to stop anxiety from coming. But I've found that I can stop it from spiraling out of control.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I think there's some great little nuggets in there for people to sort of, think about, kick around those ideas and sort of do a little bit of thinking around.
Yeah, I found like the acne was easier to get rid of than it was the emotional healing part. Like that's where the real work is, because I wasn't willing to stop at getting rid of my acne because I want to live the best life that I can. And I know that if I was still emotionally terrified of it, then it's still like I was almost as lacking freedom as the acne, like I felt as controlled by the fear as the acne itself.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't willing to live with that. But, it was definitely, it took me like 3 years to like fully heal. And I didn't even know if I would emotionally ever heal from it. But I can say now, like, acne isn't even like a part of my life. Like emotionally, I don't even, like, if I didn't run this blog and this website, it wouldn't be a part of my life anymore. Even though, like, yeah, I still get a pimple sometimes. It's not, like I said, it's not like my skin is 100% perfect all the time, but it's like, it doesn't bother me and I just do whatever I want. And I'm healthy because I want to, because I love myself. I want to be healthy for me. And if that keeps my skin clear too, then that's great. It's pretty awesome to be at this place, which I didn't know that I would ever really get there. So I hope that's inspirational for people who are struggling, not just with the acne, but with the fear, because the fear is awful.
I'm sure it will be incredibly inspirational for people. So Tracy, where can people find you if they want to know more?
Right. So you can head over to Love Vitamin, and I have tons of resources, lovevitamin.com, tons of free articles. I have a free report if you want to get started with clearing your acne. So that's a great place to start. And then from there, I have all kinds of extra resources, a book, a boot camp, everything you need to really get on this journey to heal your skin once and for all. And the emotional part of it too.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. Oh, that's great. And you can find me at ecologyskincare.com. If you like this Mind Body Beauty, please subscribe. Please come and find us on social media at Ecology Skincare. We would love to hear from you. We'd love to hear about your experience and how you've managed to heal your acne naturally also. So thank you so much for watching, for listening. We'll see you again next time.